Alright, so I don't do YouTube a lot, but this needs to be told to people that might be unaware of any type of banking situations that you never knew existed or never thought actually possible. So my relative got a phone call from Nedbank Fraud division yesterday afternoon, saying that there was unauthorized payments been made with on a credit card, and that they just want to let her know, is she aware of it, and when last did she check a bank balance and bank statement. So her reply was on the phone was, well, they were in the middle of nowhere, so there wasn't any possibility for her to check her email and bank statements or anything such as that. So they confirmed the name and surname, and she replied back with her ID number and confirmed all the details. And then minutes later, another call came in and said there was a deduction on this card number, and they read the card number. They knew her name and surname. They read the card number, and she said that is a card number. And she asks, all right, what are they going to do about it? So they said that they opened up a case, and they gave a case number to her. All right, and then another person phoned, and they say there's another fraudulent activity on a card. They're from Nedbank Fraud division, and it seems like there were another transaction being done. To make it all sweet and short, she phoned me, and I said to her, listen, rather phone the bank themselves. Don't trust any person that actually says, they're from Nedbank or from ABSA or from Standard Bank or whatever. And she found Nedbank Card Division, and all of those phone calls that she got was fraudulent phone calls. She didn't give her credit card details, she verified a card number only. And they knew a name, they knew a surname, they knew an ID number. Now tell me this, where do they get that information from? And any elderly person who's not into tech or security conscious will be catfished regarding this. So we need to actually make people aware that there are, especially elderly people, they need to know that any person from a bank, doesn't matter if it's a fraudulent case or if it's any type of bank related activity, they must say, I'm not interested, I will phone the bank. Phone the bank. Don't let them convince you that they're from the fraud department, because your money will be deducted. Don't know how they do it. They might have cloned the card or whatever. But now the next question, are they going to refund the persons, who's got who are victims of fraudulent activity? This is going to be interesting to see, because how can a card be cloned? Firstly, how would they know this information? Secondly, so somebody, some entity shared an ID number, a name and surname, and made it very clear that they knew all the details. But I bet you that the banks won't refund a person who were a victim of fraudulent activity. So, what is our right as consumer regarding the banks? Does anybody know? I would actually love to know this. I have to put this on YouTube because this is an awareness that has to be taken seriously.